What's going on, y'all? This is Beer Hoops here, and today gonna be doing a quick recap. I'm not really gonna be focusing on too many games today. There was a decent amount of blowouts. So I'm gonna kind of skip over the blowouts real fast. I want to get to the main games I wanted to talk about. Um, but I didn't really expect to talk about some of the things I am going to be talking about in this video. I did not expect it to be talking about the Lakers Timberwolves game. Because it's a lot of injuries. No Luka, no LeBron, no Anthony Edwards. But the way that game ended was crazy, and same with the Grizzlies Suns game. I'm not gonna really talk about that one as much because it's still two teams that don't really I don't really care. I don't think they mean much at the end of the day, but it was still a competitive game. John Morant game winner, and Austin Reaves game winner. So yeah, but let's get right into it. Rockets Raptors real fast. Good to see the Rockets take care of business, like they should. Not really much more to say besides that. Raptors are gonna have issues like this all season. Can't really shoot too well. They made a lot of threes today. 21 for 40 is crazy. That's about as good as you can get for the Raptors. They probably should have won this game. But the Rockets this is a very high scoring. 139 to 121 is crazy. Kevin Durant was very good. I like to see that he took a lot of threes. Jabari Smith, very good. Şengün didn't put up a bunch of shots, but he was good all around. Amen was good. Tari Eason's best game of the year. And Steven Adams with 12 rebounds off the bench. It was a solid night for everybody besides Reece Sheppard, because Reece Sheppard kind of sucks. But I think a lot of people already knew that, and people are going to have to start accepting that. Brandon Ingram was good. Scotty Barnes has been really good to start the season. Love to see that from him. And it's cool to see Colin Murray-Boyles get to start so early on in his rookie season. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say about this game. Don't really need to go too in-depth. Cavaliers Celtics. Cavaliers Celtics. It is kind of crazy to see the Celtics coming here and beat the Cavs by 20, but I don't know. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure Donovan Mitchell was questionable to play today. He wasn't too great. Evan Mobley wasn't very good. DeAndre Hunter wasn't very good. Yeah, they're not gonna look like the best until Darius Garland comes back. I actually was at the Pistons game in Detroit where they played the Cavs and they mopped the floor with the Pistons. So I don't know, and we beat the Celtics, so it's kind of weird, but yeah. I don't know. Not much to say about this game. Jaylen Brown was really good. 30 points. I don't know. I don't know what more I can say. Celtics. I don't even know if the Celtics should want to win this game. I think they should be tanking. I think I've said that in every single video, but I think they're much better off if they just tank. And like I'll say again, Derek White's going to struggle all season long. 5 for 20, 3 for 12. He's not going to be able to score. It's going to be rough for him, bro. Being guarded by the best defender, the second best defender half the time. You be guarded by the best defender when there's no Jaylen Brown. Because, when the last couple seasons, if Derek White's on the court, you also either have Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum on the floor with him. Or if you don't have either of them, I guess you have Chris Tapps and you have Drew Holiday. So, he's going to struggle this season. And that efficiency is going to be rough, and it's going to be a struggle for him. He's never really been an all-star level player, and I don't think he'll ever really be at that caliber. I think that those all-star conversations were a little not even premature, just he was never gonna be that level. So I don't really have much more to say about that game. Magic Pistons. I think I'm gonna make a video tomorrow about the Magic and the Hawks and how they're very disappointing in different ways, obviously. But yeah, it sucks to see the Magic struggling this much. It feels like any player that goes to the Magic just can't shoot all of a sudden. Desmond Bane hasn't really been too great. Tristan De Silva's been solid, but yeah, I don't know. Paulo hasn't really been that great either. Cade has had his best game of the season by far, plus 27, 30 points, 10 assists, 0 turnovers, which is amazing for Cade. You definitely want to see more of that as the season goes along. Jalen Duren was really good, 21 and 12, took 12 free throws. Tobias Harris was really good. Duncan Robinson hit 4 threes. That's beautiful. Asar wasn't too great, but at the end of the day, Pistons needed this win. Definitely needed this win. And it's good to beat a team that's going to be around your seeding later on in the season too. Hopefully, the Magic are around there at least. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about the Magic and the Hawks today because I think I'm gonna make just a whole separate video tomorrow about those two teams because I think they need their own separate video. They look really bad. They both look really really bad. But yeah, Detroit they needed that win. Cade Cunningham needed that game specifically. The Hawks Nets. Yeah, I watched a majority of this game. The Hawks look terrible. I said I wasn't gonna go too in depth, but I might as well speak a little bit. Trae Young, I don't know, man. Trae Young's not that great, man. I know they beat the Nets, but like you should beat the Nets by way more points than this. They were up a pretty decent amount, and let the Nets get back into it. Obviously, you didn't have Trae Young for the majority of the game, but I mean, your roster should be levels above the Nets roster. You should be able to handle and take care of them with ease, especially when Cam Thomas shoots 6 for 20. Yeah, there's no excuses for a game like this for the Hawks. They have too good of a roster, and they have like a whole roster of like actual good NBA players. There's no reason they should ever be in games like this with the Nets, even without Trae Young. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna talk more about the Nets or the Hawks in a video tomorrow. So watch out for that. Yeah. Next game. Kings Bulls, don't really care too much about this game. It's crazy that the Bulls started off 4-0 this season, or starting off 4-0 this season. Great game from Modest. You love to see that after he had that rough game a couple nights ago. Played 12 minutes and fouled out in 12 minutes, which is crazy. Josh Giddey's been really good, almost all-star level to start this season, 20-12, 28-12. Yeah, Isaac Okoro probably had his best game of the season. He wasn't too great from the 3, but that's 4 for 9 is good enough for him. Jalen Smith, Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams has actually been like a real NBA player this season, which is, I mean, he hasn't been a real NBA player for his whole career. So if he can actually like contribute at any sort of level, you'll take that. The Bulls will definitely take that. And Sacramento Kings, rough team. Just, I don't know, man. The fact that they're 1-4 when they have I didn't really have any real expectations for them, but like they're really bad. They just don't really do anything very well. They're like mid at everything, and they're not really good at anything. And they're bad defensively. They're really bad defensively. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't have much more to say about them. They're not very good. They're gonna be pretty rough all season. So, next game was Pacers Mavericks. Yeah. Yeah, I saw this game. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it? Somebody blew a lead. Yeah, the Mavericks blew a lead, right? I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. I might be tripping. I don't know. The Mavericks were up by a lot or a decent amount, I think, and they did end up pulling the game out. Good game for Cooper Flag. 15 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists for him is really good. D'Angelo Russell should keep playing around that time of minutes. Brandon Williams is honestly one of the most underrated players in the league, in my opinion. Brandon Williams is nice. And he should continue to play a lot of minutes too. He should be their starting point guard, in my opinion. But I think a lot of people haven't been put on to how good Brandon Williams really is. And if he gets more PT, people are going to be really put on to how nice he is, because he's really, really nice, in my opinion. Yeah, Aaron Nesmith was rough. 2 for 16 that's brutal. 5 for 19 is brutal too. Yeah, I mean, the Pacers just don't really got much offense right now, man. It's rough over there. Everybody's hurt. Obi Toppin, they just said he's going to be out for like a month. Their whole roster is just out. I don't know. I feel bad for Pacers fans, man. I really do. Going to the finals last year, your best player gets hurt in the game 7, and then you come into this season and pretty much nobody's healthy. Less than 5 games in, besides Pascal. Yeah, it's rough. It's really, really rough for them, man. Not much more to say about. I did forget. Anthony Davis went out. I think it was pretty early on. It might have even been in the first quarter. He only played 7 minutes, so it probably was the first quarter. He went out with some sort of Achilles thing. It looked like it might have been worse than it ended up being, because he was holding his Achilles and it looked like it would have been really bad if he had some Achilles tear, obviously. But apparently he went into the game with some sort of like Achilles, like his Achilles was already inflamed going into the game, which is it's kind of crazy they even let him play. But apparently he's not the biggest deal in the world, and he should not miss too much time. So, that's good for the Mavericks. Yeah, I don't know. 2 hurt teams. Obviously, Pacers a lot more hurt than the Mavericks, but I mean, the Mavericks pretty much were missing Anthony Davis and Kyrie this whole game. I mean, Kyrie's going to be gone pretty much the whole season, but yeah, not much more to say about this game. Let me see. So, we got Pelicans, Nuggets. Again, not really a game to care much about. Sucks to see that the Pelicans are this bad. 0-4. They traded their first overall pick, or they're not the first overall pick, the first round pick for pretty much nothing. And they're not, or for Derek Queen. And, no matter how good Derek Queen is this season, you're not going to be like a real playoff level team. And the Hawks are just going to get your first round pick. So, yeah, I don't know. It's rough for them. Zion only putting up 8 shots, not being aggressive against Denver of all teams. I mean, Jeremiah Fears was really good. You'd like to see that from your rookie. 10 for 15. Very efficient, 21 points, 6 assists. That's really nice. And he only had 1 turnover as your starting point guard. And, I mean, you're already starting Jeremiah Fears over Jordan Poole, and you're starting DeAndre Jordan at the 5 in big 2020. It's almost 2026. It's pretty much a recipe to lose. So, not much you can do about that. And then, Denver Nuggets took care of business. Jokic was great. 21, 12, and 10. 2 steals. Can't really ask for much more. Jamal Murray wasn't super efficient, but he got the job done. 17 points. Christian Brown was really good. Aaron Gordon's scoring came down a lot from what it was the whole season, but, you got 10 points from Valanciunas off the bench, 11 points from Tim Hardaway off the bench, and you got 8 points from Jaden Pickett. Jalen Strother scored a little bit. Obviously, a lot of those minutes were garbage time minutes, but, I mean, still, still scored. Yeah, not much more for me to say about that game, man. Obviously, the game that probably everybody... Oh, that's not the next game. Trailblazers Jazz. Oh, this might have been the game that somebody blew a lead. Yeah, the Jazz came back off this team, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, so the Trailblazers had this game in the bag, I'm pretty sure, for most of it. And then, what was it? Yeah, they got outscored 36-19 in the fourth quarter. Almost gave up the lead. Drew Holiday was amazing. Denny Avdija, solid enough game. Didn't hit any threes, though. Shaedon Sharpe, a little bit more efficient. You definitely want him to continue with that trend because he's been really, really inefficient to start the season. But yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say. Donovan Clingan takes more threes than I ever would have thought he would have coming into the league. But yeah, I don't have much more to say about this game. I actually didn't really get to watch it. I just saw I was seeing people talk about. I didn't really know exactly what team they were talking about because I know there was a lot of blown leads today. So I was like, yeah, I just wasn't 100% sure what they were talking about. But it's I really like that Lauri Markkanen started off the season so hot. I think it's going to incentivize more teams to maybe give him a chance and want to trade for him. Because he was relatively rough last season, especially for the amount of money he makes. And I don't know. I think Larry Markkinen is really, really good. I think whatever team that trades for him is gonna really be happy with what he brings them. Um, I really hope. As a Pistons fan, I kind of do love Larry Markkinen on our team, but we also need like a secondary ball handler, and we would have to trade Jaden Ivey to get Larry Markkinen. So I don't know. I don't know. We really would need like another ball handler to come back to Detroit in that trade. Um, but yeah, this is a pretty good game. What was the last fourth quarter? So look at this. Kyle Filipowski misses free throw. Drew Holiday. Okay. So the Trailblazers were kind of in control at the end, but it doesn't seem like, yeah, the Jazz had an opportunity to win the game, but it's not that big of a deal that they didn't. It is what it is. Definitely, the Trailblazers probably want that win a lot more than the Utah Jazz do. So, but yeah, as I was saying, the game of the night that everybody was watching, most people were watching because this was the only game that was on national TV. It was on ESPN. So 116-115, Lakers almost choked the game away. I think they were up by at least 20 at one point. Austin Reaves wasn't as efficient as he has been the last couple of games, but he got the job done, hit the game winner. You can't really ask for anything more than that. You got 30 or 27 points out of Jake LaRavia, 10 for 11. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Rui Hachimura was really good. DeAndre Ayton, probably his best game as a Laker because they definitely needed him tonight. And Dalton Connect, also best game as a Laker in like 8 months. So he was, this is a good sign for Dalton Connect. And at the end of the day, you won. You almost choked it, but you beat the Timberwolves. And obviously, they didn't have Anthony Edwards, but you didn't have LeBron or Luka. And it's good to pull out a game like this. And Julius Randle and Jaden McDaniels tried their best. They both had 33 and 30. DiVincenzo was good, 14 points, only took 7 shots. I would expect him to take a little bit more than that. Naz Reid's been rough to start the season, but I know he was going through a lot in the offseason, so I'm going to give him a little bit of grace. He definitely needs to pick it up, though, as the season goes along. And, this was a tight game. I actually, it really wasn't that great of a game up until the end, so I wasn't really paying that much attention. I definitely did turn it on when I saw that the Lakers were starting to choke. Because I got home from work and I was like, let me just throw this game on, and then I realized, and then they were up by I think they were up by 10, and then the Timberwolves kept on inching back and slowly, and then, I think it was Julius Randle hit that hook, or not hook, but it was like a little layup to go up 115, 114, and then you had Austin Reaves come off get the ball off the sideline and go up for that little floater, and it was money, bro. So, beautiful game. It's crazy to me how much Austin Reaves can really, handle. You would think that, 28 points and 16 rebounds is crazy. I know he's the only ball handler really on the team, but, he's making do. He's doing what he has to do to get these wins. So, I can't really take nothing away from him. And the last game of the night was Grizzlies Suns. Ja Morant game winner. I think it was like a Ja Morant jumper with 7.6 seconds left. Over the Suns. I know Devin Booker got an opportunity to win the game, but I think he missed it, and then that was pretty much game. Ja Morant was really solid. Jaren Jackson was solid. Santi Aldama was really good off the bench. Cedric Cowher was really good off the bench. Cedric Cowher has been amazing. Been an amazing draft pick for them. I mean, you can't really ask for more from a rookie at this point. And yeah, Devin Booker, I love that he took 26 shots. Take 26 shots every single game. No Dylan Brooks. You know what I mean? There's really nobody else to shoot the ball, man. Just keep shooting. Just don't stop. Don't stop shooting, bro. I want to see Devin Booker take like 40 shots in a game this season, bro. That's what I want to see. But yeah, I mean that was tonight. Today, you know, all the games tonight. Wasn't too crazy of a night. A lot of blowouts. You know, there were some fun moments. Definitely, the end of the Lakers Timberwolves game was really good. But yeah, I'm like 75% sure I'm gonna make a video tomorrow on the Pistons, or not on the Pistons, on the Magic and the Hawks, talking about what's going on with them and how they've been pretty disappointing to start the year. But I also just want to talk about I missed the last couple days of recaps because honestly I was just like kind of busy. I was kind of busy, and then I wasn't really too excited to be watching. Like a lot of the games weren't that exciting, so I didn't really think I needed to do a bunch of recaps. And I also wasn't able to watch as much basketball as I wanted to the last couple of days. I only really got to catch like the Warriors game. The day that I went to the Pistons game, I only watched that game because I couldn't really. I was in the stadium, so I couldn't really watch any other games. And then I watched the Warriors game after that, after when I got home. And then the night after, I watched the Warriors. I think they played the Clippers, and that's pretty much the only game I got to watch. Because I was like, I think I was watching. I did watch Knicks versus Bucks that night too, but that game was pretty good. Giannis went crazy. And then I was just sitting there waiting for the Warriors game to start because it didn't start till like 11 o'clock, which is crazy because I'm on East Coast. So, but yeah, that's the end of this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.